This film is presented in its original uncut version. It is rated TV MALS. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Man, imagine that, guys. We are actually on episode 14 now. Can you imagine? You guys are the
Yeah.
biggest supporters in this whole goddamn globe. I tell you this, y'all. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Batsy, Kuzi, how do you feel about just being at this stage in our lives where
Oh,
we,
I don't know.
like, I don't even get it. How do we even get
I
here?
don't know. I don't know. But this is fun. It's been a fun road. And wow, man. Gratitude. Gratitude
Gratitude.
is a must.
All the way,
Yeah,
all the way. Man,
gratitude, man. It's been crazy, man, and I thank
mhm,
God for this, man. We have also learnt a lot, man. We
bro.
have learnt a lot. We have
Yeah,
learnt a lot,
Mhm.
so much.
just ourselves. So I can imagine what the guests are feeling right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
like how you said guests right there because everybody who's tuning in is a guest, bro. This is
exactly. It
real
is
special.
what it
Real
is.
What it
special.
is.
Real special.
Yeah, it
Mm.
is what it is, y'all. So basically, I mean, look, before I get into this amazing topic, I know that the guests have seen the headline. They know what we've been about to talk about right now, and it's about to get crazy up in this place. So first of all, I'm gonna say, look, please make sure your kids are not listening. This episode is very rated R. It's highly
Yeah.
rated R. But before we get into that, before we get into everything else, let me start by doing this, man. I need to ask my brothers what is going on in their lives, man. Look, Kudzi, how's your week, brother? How was
What
your week?
about shoot? My week was great, man. It was great. It was great. It was great.
Mm,
Work-wise, social, and yeah, I'm really grateful to be very honest with you. Because I think the biggest thing we forget to do as human beings is we go through ups and downs, and we still just forget to be grateful. So I just want to
mm,
be grateful for the week, man. It's been good.
yeah, I get you. I get you,
Yeah.
Batsy. Batsy,
True that. True
tell me,
that.
how was your week, my brother?
Just keeping it in the same vein as Kuzi went on. Like, look, it's
Mm,
we just have to be grateful that we're alive. It's been a really bad week for me. Work wise, it's been really bad.
mm,
It's not been. I can't say I've had a good week. It was
mm.
pretty bad. But that being said, I'm alive. I'm well. I'm here, and I'm grateful. I'm happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all that matters at this point. So we're all good. We're all good.
I mean, at this point, then I will definitely say that we kind of lied to our guests that we don't actually talk to each other every single day in our lives. I think we talk to each other every single day. Like that was a lie.
We're
I know
there.
how much his week was going. I know how good this week was going. Now, so I actually do know. We were just trying to tell you and get you involved. You know what I mean? Just trying to get you
Yeah.
involved. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I got something special for y'all. Again, if you remember, I did say, Guti, today this episode is very rated R. So Batsy, Kuzi, and myself are actually going to be very explicit today. That's the honest truth. So to start off with,
Why
um,
are you deciding for us?
Yeah, like I'm never explicit. What are you talking about, bro?
well, if you niggas ain't going to be explicit, I'm going to cut you off. And I'll do this show by myself. I will do brothers with voices by my. I'll be a brother with a voice by myself. So y'all better be honest.
Gratitude.
You better be honest in this whole episode, man. Like,
I
look. All right. So,
Ngadishimanyore. Let's
all
see
right.
what it's about.
I, hey, today this is all me, y'all. So basically, what I'm
Yeah.
gonna talk about today is basically what is called myths, sexual myths. Right. So I'm gonna start by my definition of how I grew up knowing these myths for starters. The first
Yeah.
one I will remind you because I want you, Kuzi and Bati, to define what you define as a myth, right? So I remember when I was growing up, I grew up as a kid angasinga vuminzo kubuda pamba. I wasn't allowed to get out of the house. Like I was always on my book. I couldn't even watch TV, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. So ndaiudzwa hanzi nyaya yekunzi hanzi ukagara patara unoita mota magaro. Look, hey, look. That don't even make sense to me, y'all. That don't even make sense to me. So the first question that is going to happen today is, I'm going to start with Batsy, because Batsy is to my, Batsy, are you to my right or my left? Batsy, yeah.
It doesn't matter. We saw this the last episode that I'm there. I'm on the screen.
Babe. So I'm going to start with you, Batsy. What do you define as a myth?
Myth, simply, I think a myth is something that is widely spoken by our society to be true, but there's no facts towards it. You know, like you don't go out, or maybe the fact is it doesn't happen, but it's just a deterrent from doing certain things or something along those lines. But I would say it's something that's agreed upon in a community that if you do this, this will happen, but there's no real facts to it. It's not like if you know, I can't even come up with any analogy, but it's something that's agreed upon that if you do this, this will happen, but there's no facts. It's not a fact.
Cool. Kuzi, before I bring it down to you, I'm gonna ask Batsy. Actually, you know what? Let me switch it up. Answer that same question, Kuzi. What do you define as a myth? Before I get into what I want to ask you guys.
I would probably say, apart from it just being a traditional story, let's say in our sense, it's just a widely held opinion. You know, that is, you know, that is of false belief or idea, right? So kuti ukagara parodi unobva waita mota kumagaro is just maybe our parents or leaders if that were just trying to say usagare parodi unotsikwa nemota. Saka kuti zvinyazoita impact ka. Maybe you come from the village, so it doesn't make sense when unogara parodi unotsikwa nemota because mota dzaisafamba steering. Saka unopuhwa naro zvinoenderana nezvinenge zvichiitika panguva iyoyo osano chinongokutyisa kuti uregedze kuzviita. So that's a myth. It's then widely, you know, held by a community or culture so that it can, you know, umba vanhu in a certain way. So they actually sit down and agree that this is a myth and this is what we're going to do so that we can control
manyira comrades dai mabva mamira ipapo because
Better take over.
define episode yese chimboita state jamani ndikuya ikoko.
Question, not
question.
Anyway, so based on my special topic today, I mean, we've done 13 episodes and we've never been really rated R. Today, as I said, we're going rated R. So, Batsy, the first thing I'm going to ask you, mate, is...
Oh, damn. Hey.
Okay, fine. Okay, I'll spare you. Kuzi, I'll start with you.
No, let's go. Bring it. What? I'm right here.
We're going anywhere.
Okay. I get you. All right, Batsy. What do you define as a sexual myth?
A sexual myth.
Yeah.
It's in the same vein. Maybe I can give an example of a sexual myth. Like maybe let me one could be like size doesn't matter. That's a myth. Yeah.
That's a big topic.
Something like that. You know, so it's widely understood that, you know, size does matter, but you know, some people say size doesn't matter. You know, so that's there's a myth that we can bust there as well. So that's an example.
All right. Okay.
There's an example.
Kuzi, what is a sexual myth to you? The sticker way here.
Andina ndezvakawanda zvekutaura nhasi. A sexual myth for me would be, well, the fact that guys talk about masturbation being very harmful to you, and that took at masturbation unaita both.
Okay.
That's a myth. But then one that ties between men and women would probably be the fact that people think, you know, when we're talking about, you know, female vaginas, then if it's tight or loose, then that's a myth that, you know, maybe if it's loose, then someone has a lot of sex, and then if it's tight, then someone does not have a lot of sex. I have a lot to talk about that one.
Kudzi,
Mm-hmm.
again, I'm gonna repeat myself right now. Stop rushing because I got
We're
this.
giving you examples of sexual myths.
I got this.
We're giving you example.
what's the
We're
plural?
answering your question.
Look,
What's the plural of myth? Myths. Mythai.
mythicist. Mythai. Mythai. Let's go with mythai. Mythai is better. Mythai. Let's go with mythai.
Okay.
So here's how we're gonna play this game today. So today is more or less a game. So, ladies and gentlemen, I did not warn my brothers about how today's conversation is gonna go. So, believe me, they do not even know how this conversation is gonna go. So, each and every time, I'm gonna pull out a myth. I've got like 20 myths that I researched in my individual friends, rather our friends, and I'm gonna be asking each and every myth, and I'm gonna try to keep it short again. Like I'm gonna try and keep it within an hour, within 1 hour 30 minutes. But I do expect both these dudes to help me demystify these situations.
Cool. All right, let's go.
Here's what I'm gonna give you permission to do. You are allowed to be very ungovernable and very unruly. So,
As usual.
as I told you, today this episode is definitely X-rated. So y'all can say whatever you want today. But
Okay.
I'm gonna take on the first one. I'm gonna start with the first one. The first one I got during my survey was, a woman will never forget her ex-man, the man who broke her virginity. What do you think about that? Do you think that a woman can forget the woman who smashed it the first time? What y'all think? Because personally, I feel like, hold on, Batsy, I got you, brother, I got you.
Hey, all right.
I could see you about to like, oh.
I was in there. I was getting in there.
I could see you. So,
Yeah.
from the feedback that I got when I was doing my survey, this one particular lady said to me, Chris, you know what? Ukaona munhu achikuudza kuti inini ndichiri kufunga my first, sikureva kuti handisati ndabhadhanurwa size yekubhadhanurwa. Why am I thinking about my ex 5 years later? But
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong about
Yeah,
thinking about
yeah,
your ex that
Chimbotanga
broke your
English.
virginity. There's nothing wrong about thinking your ex that broke your virginity because he was the first. You cannot remove that. He or she was the first person. It does not mean that akadzoka 20 years later then munhu achabvunda or whatever.
Ngompagurira,
Then
yeah.
yongomupakurira because ndiye akatanga. No, it's something that we have to leave with us guys, that our ladies are going to think about the first person they slept with. We are going to think about the first people that we slept with.
Yeah.
But
It
it
goes
doesn't
both
mean
ways.
we're going to think about them romantically or whatever. It's something that I will never forget because that was the first. I can forget about anyone else, but I will never forget my first. That will not work. But I guess what you're saying is a lot of guys, we have that psychological thing that because akatangwa ningi saka iye ndiye ane more power than me. You know, that's a myth.
It's a power struggle.
That's just
fair
a
enough,
myth.
fair
man.
enough.
Yeah.
Okay, Kuzi, just to add on what you're saying, kana sugar ikavhurwa nemwe munhu ichapera kutapira here? Handifunga kuti inopera kutapira
Maya.
sugar inenge ichiri kungotapira yakadaro.
Yeah.
But see, come on, hit me up. What do you think about this? Can a woman?
I think I agree to a certain extent, but at the same time, like because of I've got a lot of female friends, and I've heard a lot a certain
Are you sure you
how
want
can
to
I
go with
call it?
that
A
statement?
story. Yeah. I'm going with the dog. I'm going with it.
Okay.
There's a general sentiment that sometimes, or a lot of the time, the first time isn't actually that great for ladies, you know? So maybe they won't forget it, but they want to. This is my assumption. I could be wrong. Y'all can let me know. But from my interactions with certain ladies, the first time is not, yes, you find the first time you get it, but personally, for me, first time was dope. It was fine. And like, yeah, you know, it was like, because you said the day I'll never forget, fine, dope. But for some ladies, it was really bad. it was really bad, and you know, it was borderline abusive. You know, so it may not be a day that they want to remember, but they remember it for the wrong reasons. Yeah. You with the questions.
All
What's
right,
your question?
okay, now y'all just brought out another question again. This is a yes or no question for you guys, right? Which of you, right, has ever broken a virgin? Let's start from there. Which of you has ever broken a virgin?
Bro.
No. I want you guys to tell me the truth. I want the honest truth. Honest truth from both y'all. Alright.
I want to say yes, but I think I can hear Pero. There, I said it.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. I was not ready
It
for
was
that.
a freaking lie.
I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that. Okay, look. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to deal with you. So you're gonna have to work with me right here. Kuzi, come on, tell me what's your situation?
So I don't know if mine is no, fine.
We're not even gonna get into yours, but like we're just gonna leave it like that. We're not even gonna.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah.
But
yeah,
now that Bati has said this, right? I don't know either, right? Well, I have. I would say yes. I would actually say yes. I would actually say yes, and it was it was it was not.
I've never seen Kuti so tongue-tied in my life.
To be very honest with you, yes, I have. I don't want to lie to people and say I haven't. Like, I have, right? Yeah. But it's not as what people say it is. Like,
okay, what do people say it is? What do people say it is?
People think to break. Do you want to mambo? Do you want to like you know? But the whole thing is messy in the first place.
Yeah.
The whole thing is messy in the first place, and in the sense of you guys where you are in life and what, I did it at a point whereby, to be very honest with you, I was also and she was also. I would like to believe, and it was just so new to us. So it's a day I'll never forget, but it's not like the day I got the most pleasure from. You know, like, so it's just a day. Yeah, it's just a day I'll never forget.
I literally just stopped doing what I was doing right just now. Just when I heard that moment when you were like, guys, it's the day that I would never forget. Like, I'm like, okay.
Primary school. The day
I'll never forget. No, Kudzi, I'm sorry. Go on. I want you to go on because the next question really relates to exactly what you said.
Yeah. So basically, when it happened, it was an issue of, especially in our culture, once what was Rita, then you have to stay with that person and stuff. And for me, it was kind of like different. It was very much different. When it happened, it was just so awkward, and it was just so awkward. And I had to stay away from it for a long time just for me to just figure things out. But it means something else for me. It means something completely different for me than for other people. So for other people, some people broke and then they're like, we're going to get married together and then we're just going to stay together and then we're going to do this together. But for me, it was kind of like a little bit different. So that myth, I didn't play into the myth that like what in our culture do, like if you break someone, then you have to be with them for the rest of your life. I didn't do that.
Fair enough. Look, I'm not gonna keep dwelling on this whole breaking virginity situation. I'm not gonna dwell on that. I'm gonna move your guys on. Bless you, Batsy. You good?
Thank you, good sir. Thank you.
I bet. So my next question for you, because I'm not gonna keep talking about this, because I also want our guests to have a say in this. So I'm not gonna give a conclusion to that.
But have you broken a virginity?
Yeah, what is our question?
Right. So my Anyways, yeah. I have. Of course, I have. Like, look,
Oh,
um,
and of course. Oh, wow.
come on, guys. Come on. Let's not play this game. Come on, let's not play this game. We old motherfuckers now. Like we've been there. We done this. We've been there. We done this. Come on. I just did
Yeah.
not have the exact same effect you guys are talking about. For me, it was kind of different. I,
Mm.
anyways, so my next question was, um, do you think men love sex more than women?
Uh,
You
um,
Wow,
win.
how you guys do?
I think
What
It
the?
appears that we do because
it
we don't have
appears
control of
that
it.
exactly. That's you literally said what I was trying to construct in my brain.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kuti, the fact that Ongoloji is in the hands of the lady. I don't care what you niggas say.
yeah,
That's the truth,
yeah.
right? It makes it seem like we want it more. You get what I'm saying? But I think no. I think if it's not equal, I think ladies probably want it more. I think
Is there
I think sex is for ladies.
is there a debate on this? Because I don't want to debate. I'm
No.
literally. If there's an issue to debate, we'll debate. But right now,
No.
do
No,
we
no, no.
agree?
There's no. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Let's move
There's no
on.
debate on that one.
This
Yeah.
one is controlled. This one is
Myth
controlled by
busted.
women. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Myth
and and
busted.
and it just falls on our hands because we also want it and we can't control it. So it will
Mm.
seem as if we want it, but
mean,
then they don't want it. Like wakambonza mukadzi achitaura kuti hanzi chita zvako. Era iwe.
anyway.
It's not like
Saka ndozvanga uchingoda izvozvo ndozvanga uchingoda izvozvo. Okay,
Yeah.
bet.
Myth
All right,
busted.
cool. This is a myth busted already. This one is done. This one is done. Women probably love sex more than men. So,
I
Yeah.
agree.
a woman who sleeps with different men, is she a hoe or she's just sex positive in life? Do you think that a woman who sleeps with, maybe for example, it is like simultaneously rather,
Uh-huh.
I said an number 4. I'm gonna use 4 as a number because 4 is a good number. Four,
Fuck.
four, 4 men at the same time. Is she a hoe? Is she a hoe?
I'm not a fan of labels. Let me put it like that. I'm not a fan
Okay.
of labels. Because the second you want to put it to man, woman, all of a sudden it's the labeling game will not stop. I don't think it would be safe to call anyone a hoe or whatever the case may be. To each their own, man.
Mm.
Like if a dude is doing the same thing, you want to call him a player. That's another label, or a pimp. You know, I'm not big on labels.
But we're already called
I'm not
players
big.
for sleeping with a lot of women at the same time.
Exactly. That's my
We're
point.
already
That's my
called-
point. So, but my point is, if it's going to be, my point is to their own, right? If you're gonna be banging 4 people,
Mhm.
it's you. That's your thing. You know, if you're married, then you're a hoe.
Okay,
You know,
all
but
right.
if you're single and you're doing whatever you're doing, you don't have to say what.
Okay, my favorite storyteller. Tell me.
Yeah, tunas. Ina nabasa na je.
well,
Tell
look,
us.
it depends. If you're married and you're sleeping with other people, then I mean you'll be labeled.
We're not talking about marriage.
Don't,
We're not talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
marriage.
If you're not, you could be either exploring your sexual being.
Mhm.
You could be doing different stuff. There are people that do things for a reason. We just labeled stuff because it just wasn't adhering to our culture. So
Yeah.
if it was
Or
like
your
if
religion.
something wasn't in our culture, then what would it?
Yeah.
You get the point.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
like if
yeah.
something was in our culture, watu maradza mumba, whatever, you know. So if you want to date even in our culture now, because you dated this person and then after that person you dated that person and after that person you dated that person, you probably slept with all of them, then you're a hoe. But it's not the case. I'm just exploring my life and I'm exploring my sexuality because
Oh, man.
body yangu inofunctiona sei.
Hey.
And that's the
Zvinondinakira
truth.
ndezvipi?
Zvinondinakira ndezvipi?
Saka kudzi iwewe zvauri kutaura izvi kudzi uri kutoti kana munhu achi mulife make handiti urova whatever Favasad, Henrietta. I don't know my baby
Yeah.
inonzi zvayo handiziye. But are you one of the dudes over but are you telling me right now Kudzigudi Kurova five aside?
My baby on the number.
Oh man.
I swear to God,
I cannot.
we're
Okay,
doing we are doing interviews for a new Brothers with Voices. We're doing interviews. He's fired because you're fired,
Yeah,
bro.
he's done. He's done.
He's done.
He resigned. He resigned.
He literally just resigned right now. But Quincy, what you're saying to me right now is Muna Anorova Beshen and the Anora language again. Manora Beshen Anora Beshen. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Munu arutya kungo realize what do I like in life?
Yeah.
Right. So that's gonna bring me to my next question, right? Could it Munu anorwa patient and it anotamana na Henrietta na Palmela, do you think it would affect a relationship or not? Like, I mean, okay, this is gonna be directed to both single people and married people, because personally, I don't think married people have a problem with masturbation, because kangorika experience you're experimenting in your bedroom, you know what I mean? So kanotirwa patient and it uruwega bebe. Do you think it would actually affect your relationship?
But please take that one.
I think
and then
I think it depends on what your sexual relationship is like with your partner. Do you get what I'm saying? I think masturbation is a very personal act. You're doing it kakawanda uliwega, right? It's a very, very personal act. So it just depends on your sexual relationship with your partner. If that's not a big deal, if your partner doesn't feel offended by you masturbating, if things like that, I don't think it's a big deal either way, because it's a very personal thing. So it shouldn't be an issue on a relationship at all. That's my thinking on it, on from the grassroots level. But the effects that it can have thereafter, like let's say, iwewe wauya nasi Friday, worowa besheni yako rumako, madam odzoka, and she wants ongolosh, and you can't give it to her because wabo. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that, it could affect your relationship in a way, but it's a very personal thing. So it's got nothing to do with the other person, I think.
All right, cool. Kuzi, I don't actually want you to answer that question, Kuzi. Okay. I don't want you to answer that question because I as I said, I mean, I have like.
Can I briefly say something though, just to add on to what
I'll give you, and then I can move on. I'll give you 1 minute. I'll give you 1 minute. Literally 1 minute.
Yeah,
so no matter which stage you're in, whether married or single, right? You might be far away from your wife for God knows why, right? So masturbation is very healthy and safe, as long as the person who's doing it is okay with it, right? It's an act to satisfy your sexual being without having to go and cheat, without having to have any emotional attachments with anyone. It's just you satisfying that urge that is troubling you downstairs. So that's just it. That's how I see it. I don't see it as cheating on your partner or having a sexual desire that's different from what you kind of have with your partner. I think it's just that bridge that just gives that edge off when you just have it. I think that's just it. I think some people take it. Someone has told me that medically it can be a little bit, it can have a little bit of an impact on your sex drive, in the sense that when you masturbate, you kind of know when you're going to come and you kind of do it yourself and stuff. So it kind of gives that whole rushedness when you're now having sex with a person, because you kind of like most guys, Chris.
You have 15 seconds left, because
most guys when they're having sex, they want to wait for the kill.
Oh, what is the kill?
Want to wait
okay, now
kill.
You have 2 minutes. What is the kill?
Now
you have 2 minutes. What is the kill?
What is the kill, killer?
What is the kill?
They want to wait for the kill. So the kill is when someone like you wanna. Most guys just want to make the just want to reach that stage. They want to end it. You know what I mean? Which is the goal when you're masturbating. You want to reach the end. right?
What's the end?
So that can
Bust a nut?
affect the end is the end is coming, right? So
Bust
so
a nut?
when you now must so
I told you. Yeah,
What
Kuzi,
is the end is what?
Kuzi, let me help you. Let me help you, Kuzi.
yeah.
I think I
The
already
end is coming.
I already said in the start of this episode. Today you guys are allowed to say it as much as you want it. So it's already rated R. So please say it exactly as it is. Please
So the
don't
end
hide it.
is so the end is ejaculating, right? That's the
Coming,
end part.
yes, it's coming.
That's the goal. That's the goal with masturbation. I don't think
Mhm,
you masturbate so that you can enjoy the whole process of it.
mhm,
Um, if you do, I don't know, right? So then it then translates into sex where you're not enjoying the whole process of it. You're not enjoying because I think sex is all about compatibility and it's all about you being on the same page with someone. It's not really about you doing a stroke that's like this. I think it's about the connection that you guys have. So
Mhm.
when you're now masturbating a lot, you probably used to the end kill. So when you're having sex, it's different because that's when you see most guys who just start coming before 2 minutes atopinda. Because wajerachi saving yourself. So when
True.
you're now with someone, you now you're gonna be selfish because you're wajerachi five aside yako yekuti ukangodai zvinomupfungwa blah, but you're forgetting
Orthopeds.
about the other person.
Okay.
That's the only problem that I have with masturbation.
Yeah, I agree with
Okay,
that
okay,
100%.
okay, 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 Kudzi. Sake uri kutaura kuti basically what you're saying to us right now is the more you masturbate, the more you forget how sex is so good, and then when you actually do have the sex, you're gonna mess it up because what Jada would do, no does it because butter, you're good.
2 minutes,
know,
2 minutes,
2 minutes,
2 minutes,
does it?
done.
2 minutes
Pin.
wongoloja.
Eh,
Fair
but andifunga kuti nemasturbation norwa 30 minutes unongoti nenyoda kugaya chincho chinongotonyoga.
Facts.
Okay,
Facts.
okay, cool. See, I'm gonna leave this one to I know it's my top fans, my top guests.
Let's leave it to
I
the
know, yeah,
comments.
I'm gonna leave it. We know our top guests, they're gonna come out and say this. I wanna ask you about another myth. I actually am actually gonna enjoy this a lot. And this is particularly directed to the men. Okay?
All right.
Guys, you remember when we were growing up? Kwangu nechinjainzi mugondoros. Do you remember mugondoros? Yanzi
Yeah.
mugondoros inokudza chi scene. Why is it? Once we got rubber mugondoros but zine, no better it's bigger.
Mgondo who? Sorry, yeah.
Mugondoros, but you know what I'm talking about, bro. You wasn't, bro, you know what I'm talking about. Kudzi,
But Mgondoros,
Kudzi, yeah, you go, Kudzi. I want to give it to Badzi in a bit because Badzi, I feel like he has a more
Mgondoros,
one.
so but Mgondoros, something chekuti chaita kuti she enlarged the penis, right?
Yeah, I know what it is.
But it's emanating from the myth that people with if you have a bigger penis, it's better when you're having sex, which is which is very false because
Yeah, that's a myth right
Kudzi,
there.
Kudzi, hold on, Kudzi, wait. Let me help you here. Let me help you. Don't rush it. Just talk about Mgondorosi, chet. Don't talk about anything else. Just talk about
but
Mgondorosi.
ndida kutaura kanyaya yacho ka ungangonditaura nemugondorosi ndakagadzira mugondorosi here.
Germany, steady Germany. Taurai Mgondorosi, chet.
Okay, mugondorosi, it's just a myth. I don't know who has used it and if it has worked, but I don't think it has it has enhanced any sexual pleasure because I mean, like I said, some like sex comes from something like compatibility and open communication on what works and what doesn't work because we've got different bodies and we've got different ways of doing what we do. And it's not about shapes and sizes and stuff because they all have different shapes and sizes, man. So they want to kind of bridge that gap because maybe they feel there's a deficiency somewhere and they want to kind of fill that and then then what? Do you even know how to use it?
Okay.
Yeah.
You see that there's I can hear what it is happening in myth already, but
Or it's up in there, but
I know because I'm getting into that. I'm literally about to get into that. So that's why I said calm down. And I said I'm gonna get into that. Batsy, can you?
Oh, I have no idea what Mgondoros is, bro. Like I have no idea.
And so I'm a salad there.
No idea. Andrim salad last
Okay,
time.
fair enough, fair enough, fair
I've
enough.
heard the word. I've heard the word. I understand what
All right, so but
they explained about it. So, bo, I'll take
But
that.
this question now is literally directed to you now, particularly you. Kuzidoy, you're saved. You're
What?
saved from this question now. Now this is just directed to Bazi. Bazi,
All right, let me prepare. Mm-hmm.
you ready? Your next stressed? I bet. So Bazi, do you think bigger is better? Do you think with a woman enjoys more with a bigger one, or size don't even matter?
I, I. Let me say it like this. I
Uh,
think size does matter, right? But only when it's small. Do you understand what I'm saying? Did you listen carefully? Are you listening carefully? Size only matters when it's tiny. And if I'm being honest, I don't think most people have tiny arms. I think most people are average. I've genuinely heard babes say, if it's too big, my one, nah, I can't deal with that. Don't you buy? Don't you buy? Don't do kwanza. You know, so big is not always
wow.
better. Bigger is not better. Hey, and also, hey, what did I say that? So one, I think size only matters when it's small. Two, bigger is not necessarily always better because it's not about Hansi, what's that statement? It's not about the size of the boat. It's the what? Is the motion of the ocean? You know, something like that, something weird like that.
Mm.
It's about
Kuzi,
how you use it. It's not
Kuzi, I don't
about
want you. I don't. Kuzi, I don't want you to answer this question.
that's what it is.
Kuzi, I don't want you to answer this question. Before I proceed to the next question, I actually just want to remind people that like, if you have not subscribed on our YouTube is actually called Kuzi. What's the name of that?
Brothers with voices.
Bazi, what's
Brothers with voices.
Bazi, what's the name of our Spotify?
Spotify is just brothers with voices. Everything brothers with voices.
Brothers with voices.
Everything
Worldwide.
What's the
brothers.
Twitter? What's the Twitter? What's the Instagram?
Everything, bro. Brothers with
Brothers
voices.
with
Everything
voices.
is called Brothers Voice. So just y'all people just need to remember to go and like it.
TM.
Go ahead and go like it. I mean, hey, look, man, it's so
Yeah.
amazing. So this next question is actually directed to you, Mr. Ongoloji. Makanyironzo Ongoloji but chambo kubvunza. Kuzi, this one is a hard one, bro, because as men, we do not actually have vaginas, to be honest. Hey, we don't have vaginas.
There's another myth busted.
So I mean, yeah, we kind of busted it. So my question to you, Kuzi, is: do you think, all right, that vaginas are tight or looser, rather tighter or looser, based on how much sex a woman actually does have, or it doesn't actually matter how much sex a woman can have? Does it matter? Could each other tighter or whatever?
I've
Maybe
seen
the
guys
first one
talking about that a lot, and I think it's very dumb to think that.
Mm-hmm.
I have not studied them, but I've hanged
What have you
around
not?
with people that I have.
What have you not studied?
I've not studied the science of vaginas,
Yeah.
but I've had a chat with quite a lot of people in that field, and they have kind of told me, and through experience too, right? Ukaona munhu anouya achikutaurira kuti mudhara musikana wangu ari tight rough chichichichi usanyanya kuda kumukuza stereki because munhu iyeyechi handifungi kuti anonyatsogona basa. I think, yeah,
What?
true. Because
I
you
don't
see,
get that.
it's a muscle. It's a muscle. It's a muscle.
I didn't even get it.
Hey, bring it here. Hunza, bring it here.
Let me explain it in this kind of form, right? It's a muscle. Therefore, it being a muscle, it contracts or what?
It retracts.
Or expands.
Yes. So what happens is that, depending on what you do, depending on what you do, the ambience will respond to that. If she's nervous, it will what?
Mhm. Oh, I
If
see.
she's not, that's when it will what? That's when you see someone getting wet and stuff. Saka kana munhu achinyanya kutaurira stei kuti angari tight ichi changaita zvokufoseredza ndarama musina kunyatsondowa ambience yacho zviripo.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
So
Exactly.
alright.
Saka musabva mazoti hanzi musikana kana aine ndakazonzwa mumwe achitaura kuti hanzi iye akabva anzwa nemusikana kuti hanzi iyo yako ngolo zvidiki iye akabva atouya maybe iwewe une zvidikini maybe inini handisi
Yeah, I
Ona
heard that.
kuti dzakadai zomawana kuti hanzika kuti kudai
maybe
zomawana.
ndiri kupinda ndichimanuva.
I don't know what y'all ladies are dealing with, but this is not normal. This is not even normal.
But that's a
This
myth.
is not
That's a myth.
normal.
That's definitely a myth. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean that they've had a lot of sex. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean that because
Yeah,
they're
that's a
touched they
myth. I
haven't had a
agree
lot
with
of sex. There are a lot of people with that have that. Kune vasikana vano vari muprostitution vanenge vanogadzirwa kuti chinyatsobva chanyatso
Exactly.
dosoka onyatsoti kana ari pagraft ka bo waiziya kune mishonga
But
yacho and
I
whatever,
actually-
but then it doesn't
I-
mean kuti ndo zvazvinoreva.
Yeah, I agree.
I
with that
actually don't want
100%.
Bazi to answer this question because I have a different question for Bazi because as I said, like, look, guys, I have over 20 something different myths that I have right now written down. So, Bazi,
Cool.
I'm gonna ask you a different one.
Mhm.
And this one I got it through the survey because we always do research.
No, I don't know. Who are you surveying from with these guys? I want to
I
know.
do a hell of a lot of surveys,
I want
y'all.
to know who you're surveying from, bro.
Every time I actually have to be in this position, I actually do a survey. So I want to ask you about this, Hansi. And again, this is gonna be. I would actually love if our female fans, or rather female guests, weigh in on this one. Hansi vakadzi vanema stretch marks or the gap. The gap. You know the gap in the cheek.
Yeah, Kasaka,
Hansi-
Kasaka. Yeah.
Kasaka,
Social distancing.
Hansi
Social
ndova
distancing.
Hansi ndova no anonaka pasi pano aho mana. What do y'all people think about it? Have you ever tasted the gap, or have you ever tasted?
You
have you-
see, this is a typical example of exactly what we're talking about when we're saying a myth, right?
Mm.
Something that's widely spoken about, but
Yeah.
there's no facts towards it, man. Like that's
Okay.
literally what this is. I mean, what is the correlation between my stretch marks in the Saka and Dongolos?
I have no idea, mate. I have no idea.
Pamwe
There's
kurimi, pamwe
no
kisi,
link.
pamwe kisi mudara, kisi inopinda neka-social distancing anga
Aiwa,
zvekuti
Kuti,
kisi
this one is not
inokanaka
your question.
zvekuti
Kuti, this is not your question. This is Bazi's question. Bazi, this is
What
Bazi's
about
Saka Bazi uri kuti hakuna zvakakusongodaro here, German.
That's dumb, bro. That's dumb. That's dumb. It's the dumbest myth I've ever heard in my life. There's Hakuna. It's dumb. It's
Right.
dumb.
Kuti,
Bro, what
Kuti.
is stretch mark? Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Move
man.
on,
Get
move
out
on.
of here for real.
Move on, just move on. Okay.
Move on, that way.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna switch it up soon. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna ask you guys one more question about sexual myths, and then you guys have to ask me what I think about every single sexual myth that you guys have in your head. Do you get the plot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Great.
Cool.
So
Switch mark.
my last one is actually very funny. Hansi Mwana, because I mean I told you I did a survey, right? So Hansi Mwana we Hansi Hansi Mwana we dog style anooneka nekukurumidza kukambaira.
I don't even know how to answer that, bro.
hanzi anamboona vana vanofamba vakanyorwa kunzi dokstara pamberi
Unobona nekukambaira kudziva vanoona vachikambaira vanokambaira.
Wow.
Eh?
Indatanga kumhanya ndisati ndakugona kufamba. Is there anything there for us?
Whatever manetsa kunofamba.
Yeah, nangosunga notanga kubaya mndana. Usotanga kubaya titi nodona mndana noti right. Tasvika.
Okay, that was my last one. That was my last one. I know it's bullshit, but I was just gonna do this for. I brought that one up for for the funny fact. For the funny
Okay,
fact.
so is it our turn now to ask you? Because me, I've got one juicy one real quick.
Ask me, you guys, whatever you want.
I've got two quick ones.
Yeah.
First one I'm gonna ask you is sex overrated? I've heard so many people say, man, sex is overrated. It's overrated.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Sex is so.
Sure?
It depends. It depends with the market that you do it or who you have. No, you can't. You can't. No, you can't put sex as a like. You can't say it's overrated. Overrated for who? Kana
No,
iwo
the thing is,
nakunakiwa na yoga.
Kudzi, hold on, Kudzi.
Iwe.
No, wait, Kudzi, wait.
The most powerful man in life. Ndochinjinoadhingudza ichocho. Never say it's overrated.
Kudzi, wait. Let me say something. Sex is literally just the benchmark of shit, right? So when I'm saying benchmark, what I mean is basically you have all these men, right, that love sex. We all love sex. Every man fucking loves sex. But are you telling me that a man cannot be in love without the sex? That's a lie. A man can be a whole in love without even giving none.
This is true. Yeah, 100%.
And so sex is just a benchmark of where you're going in your life with your relationship and all that nonsense. And I really want our guests to debate this because
is
I
sex
feel like
overrated or not?
sex is super overrated.
And Ongoloji says sex is not overrated. But well, right. That was my first question. That was my first question. Second question is on threesomes.
Oh, that shit fire though. But go on.
That's my question. What is the infatuation with dudes, especially and threesomes?
Where is the myth in that? Where is the myth in that?
Again, just like sex, it's overrated, or it's a lot of work.
How is that overrated though?
Yeah, like why are you so excited about threesomes?
Yeah,
that's the question.
There's a lot of excitement about threesomes, right? When it comes to threesomes and people wanting to do foursomes and orgies and stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's just a personal preference. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that.
What's the reasoning behind it?
Because it's just Ndakasara. Like I always tell every girl I'm with, like Ndakasara with regards to that. I'm just one person that just wants to have one person. That's it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to have another girl with me with my girlfriend and then to tamba naye. Ko one day akazokudza kuti ngatimbotrya nemface.
Exactly.
Devil's two-way.
Let's be open-minded. Let's be open-minded. Because if you want to do a threesome, wait. If you want to do a threesome, it's always gonna be a girl.
Yeah, devil's two-way.
So never like I've dealt with these open-minded chicks, but I don't accept that shit. And then one.
I think just to answer my own damn question, I think it's my problem with a threesome is that I don't want to mess with my self-esteem, so I don't want a situation where the babes are more attracted to each other than they are to me. That would piss me off.
But
this is nice.
I get you.
That's my biggest fear with the threesome right there.
All right.
So that's my fear.
Before I take you guys back. All right. Before I take you guys back, exactly. That's what I was about to say. Give me two more questions from you, Kudzi. I'll take those questions and I'm gonna take you guys back. because I've got something very funny here. Ndibvunzei German, ndibvunzei
because you spoke about masturbation, and you spoke about sex drive. You spoke about those things, right? But I want to talk about two things. The first thing is about condoms.
Is this a question to me?
Question, yeah. Okay. I'm going to ask you two questions, right? The first thing is about, the first thing,
okay,
is sex only good for the end part of it, or it's for the whole long run? So basically, when it comes to, wait, let me ask you the question. You can't answer it before you know what the question is.
Okay.
Yes. So because you guys are talking about masturbation and how you can masturbate for you to come and stuff, is sex about that, or sex is about the whole experience to you?
Look,
I've got an easy answer for this one, but yeah, Chris, it's directed to you.
I think these ones are directed to me. I mean, I gave you guys an opportunity to ask me this.
Yeah, Bo.
So I'm gonna answer. Steady, I got you.
He's wording the second question. I can see it.
I can see. I'm excited in the second question. Kudzi, I'll tell you this. Like, I mean, sex is an experience. Like, it is actually an experience. It is not but then there are instances where sex is literally just a fucking experience. Like, but do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, there are two different instances with sex. But okay, I think, okay, let me go back to the whole fact that I say this is rated R before I say what I want to say. This is highly rated R. Sex comes in two parts. Either you fucking or you loving. Right?
Okay.
That's what I think. That's just the demarcation. There's nothing else that is involved other than that. Either you fucking or you loving. And believe me, loving is better than fucking.
Okay.
I think
now that you have, then I'm definitely answered, right? Then does pornography accurately portray what sex is?
No, it actually doesn't, bro. It actually doesn't.
Okay.
Right? Because I feel like pornography is a whole myth. We watch and we're like, okay, but literally when you try that position, you actually do realize
so porn itself is a myth.
Mate, you're trying to bend this gumbo this way, you're trying to bend this gumbo that way. That shit is not working. Seriously, nah, porn ain't shit. Porn ain't shit. Porn is literally, this is my point of view, right? Porn is, it's like the movies we watch, right? That's why it's called adult movies. It's like literally a movie. It's a fantasy. Ain't no man gonna bend you over like that. Ain't no man is gonna hold you like.
That's where you get threesomes from.
Ain't no man is gonna hold you like Mandiko gonna hold you. Ain't no man is gonna hold you like TP Ningirigini like that. Ain't no man gonna do that. Ain't no man ever gonna do that. Cause those niggas are actually working. They are on a job.
Yeah.
We can't do that. Chris, I'm not gonna do that. Hell no, man. Hell no.
So the reason why I'm asking is because a lot of masturbation emanates from like watching pornography, and then you want to try and transform that into sex, which is quite different. Because I mean, in real life, sex should be really about intimacy, mutual respect, and clear and very enthusiastic consent, right? So, okay, answered. Batsy, Chris, I'm gonna take over for a little bit.
You are too dumb.
No, you can't. I gave you your two. You can't even ask anything.
One more.
One more. Mate, I'm taking my.
That's my name. You have no right to be saying my
I
name
want
right
Take my
now.
problem
more.
back. This is my shit. I'm
I
taking it
want
back.
more.
Okay.
All right, Nunza. Oh, wait, one
Okay,
more question.
Kuzi, I'll give you one more before I go back. I'll give you one more, Kuzi. One more.
Last
That's
week
bad.
we really talked about condomizing.
Mm.
Yeah.
And condomizing is very important, especially from where we come from and how we are so exposed to many diseases, right? But there's
Yeah.
a strong myth that a lot of people that just walk around with, like, kana usina kupfeka condom zvinonaka, kana usina kupfeka condom unonyatsonzwazva zviri nyama yacho pairi, kana usina. Does condom really like remove the feeling of you having sex, or does it remove the real feeling?
What about it? What about the answer?
Yes.
I'm not answering this. I'm not even answering
This
this. I'm
is
not gonna answer
okay.
this.
I'm not even gonna mince my words on this one. Like, I'll give you a
Yeah.
clear example. This is a typical example. You're not gonna shikandwa. What much got sweet
Yeah.
in packet?
And it's not number you got sweet in bucket. I've never had an emotional connection with a sweet to that a point that I would think about it whether it's in a bucket or not.
Remember that baby, nigga say one is a sweet.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
it's gonna boys. Which kind of kind of? You can't taste any of the sweetness. I'm not saying it's exactly the same, but there's a clear distinction between wearing a condom and not wearing a condom.
Yeah.
I
Which
know
is
that, but
so
last week we had a
Kuzi, don't.
chat with Doctor Gwanzura, and he said sex is psychological. So if sex is psychological, right? If sex is psychological, right?
yeah.
It's about the intimacy that you have with this person. It's about the
It's
Okay.
mutual
not
connection that you
fully.
have.
It's not fully psychological. It's a
Yeah.
feeling. It's there's a lot of feeling in there as well. You know,
Yes.
you can't just be sitting there and all of a sudden, sir. You know what I'm saying? There's feeling
But why
involved
can
in it.
you not let? So are you telling me that that whole feeling goes away because of a condom?
No. It doesn't all go away. But if you're
Yeah.
if you're comparing two things, you know, you're
Yeah.
comparing two different things. It's like getting a punch draw knuckle with a
Okay.
fist on face,
Okay.
or a punch pick glove. Do you get what I'm saying? There's a difference. But
I mean, surely, gentlemen, everything y'all been saying to me, surely. Yeah, I think I gave you guys like 4 questions, 2 to Bazi, 2 to Kuzi. You guys just literally attacked me. And I'm like,
I don't
why
want you,
am
but
I being attacked? Why am I being attacked? I can't even understand why I was being attacked. So I'm gonna ask you guys a question now. Literally, I'm gonna give you one question each, and I'm gonna give you 1 minute to answer that particular question. You understand? That's how we're gonna go now. All right, there. Right. So the first question is directed to Kudzi. Kudzi, do you think that men who can dance are better at sex? I'll give you an example. Who's this guy? Kofi Olomide. Ukambomwona Kofi achiwaina unofunga kuti anogona kupfuura here isusu tisingagoni kutamba anamufarinya. What do you think, brother?
Well, bro, it comes from the physical part of him dancing and kuona chiuno chake saka munhu anobva kugaya kuti saka chiuno chake kana chimuvha so saka akafitira kurova ongoloji. It's just a myth like any other myth, you know. That's the. I think you would probably get the greatest disappointment from someone like that. The greatest disappointment from girls is actually from someone that you think is is good at ongoloji when you see them, and then when they're actually doing the ongoloji, you're like, what the heck, right? So I don't think that's absolutely true, man. It's just a show that someone can move and they could be flexible. I think that's what it is. Someone could be flexible. It's a like I think maybe for girls, I don't know. It's just one positive way of saying, oh, this person can move. I guess.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But
I think
you're not giving commentary to Kudzi's question, brother.
Yeah,
You are not allowed to give a commentary to Kudzi. Kudzi, you are not allowed to give a commentary to Batsi's question. This is literally gonna be a rundown because there's so much. Guys, look, I've got so many questions here. Okay, just give me a break.
So we leave it to the comments. We leave it to the comments.
We're just gonna be leaving all this to the comments. All right, cool. Do we agree?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Okay, cool. But your question is, Munu akarova ongoloji mu swimming pool. Peperineta number.
Yes.
How? How?
I see mongolozi munenge mune mvura here mdara, like obvious but I mean, of course, yeah, that's an, you know, why are you asking me the easy stuff, man? That's obvious.
Oh, you want the hard stuff? You want the hard stuff?
Yeah,
Sorry,
give me one. Give me my last question and back and I challenge to my brain.
Okay, cool.
Of course,
cool.
a nigga gonna get pregnant.
This one is actually one of the best ones, and it is actually a question that I think you're gonna have to weigh in on this. But does I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm enjoying this question before I even ask it. Could he wait? Don't even. Could he stop? Could he just needs to stop? Can you ask Kuzi to stop? Could he just stop?
Whatever you do.
I'm waiting for it. I'm
Okay.
literally waiting for it.
So, does the size of your palm define the size of your penis? Why this nigga laughing though?
This one.
Does
One,
it define?
middle finger to.
Yeah.
No.
What's the story behind that? What do you think? It's I told you we had to delete Kuzi out of this part. We had to cut some Kuzi in this part.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's also a myth. That myth is can be busted right now. That's not true.
Kuzi, stop it. Kuzi, stop it.
Why? Because I got really small hands. I got really small hands, but that don't mean nothing. My hands stopped growing so other parts of my body could grow.
like a whole remote.
When we're talking about toxic friendships, clearly this is a whole toxic friendship. This is toxic. You know, because I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Just ask me whatever you want to ask, man. I'm done. Like, I mean, I've got one question for you, brother. You mind if I ask you this question and then we go?
Okay, cool. I have a question for you too. So don't close it off before I ask you that question.
Fine,
for Bati.
Whichever.
Please,
right.
Yes.
Cool. So I'm gonna ask you this one question though before I go. This is a whole myth that a lot of men think that a woman's orgasm is literally penetration, right?
Yeah.
There are so many different ways you can give a woman an orgasm. What are your thoughts on that? Like, how do you make a woman orgasm as a man, as you stand right now? What could you do to make a woman orgasm?
They're my personal questions.
Must
secret.
No wonder why me and you are very good friends, brother. No wonder why me and you are very good friends.
Basically, I think it's just about the connection, man. If the woman is not there, or if you're not there mentally, bro, it will not work. So I think it's just the connection. It's not about the strokes you do. It's not really about if you do it left or right, or if you do it backwards, or if you do it this way. I think it's just about the connection. It's about sex is about it's about a feeling, right? So I think it's just about the connection that you guys have. That will take you guys far. That will just take you guys far. We have the misconception that if you do doggy, then you reach orgasm, or if you do it from the front, you do it. If you do stronger, if you do 6-9, and then you do it. Some women do not even orgasm. They have never felt anything like that. Some have never even come. Some don't even know what that means. But they can make themselves come. They can make themselves come.
You're back to
but
masturbation
sometimes
now.
if they that comes from it, because they know their body, they know how they operate. But if there's not enough communication, because us guys, we want to come as if so, you know, like it will not work with the woman's body because the woman's body operates in different cycles and ways. They need to be lured to certain things. That's why I was like, "Nandijiseka boys and rare hanzims kanongani chiri tight. Gara mname is now tesa." You know what I mean? It's a yeah.
Wait,
It's not something to
pause.
pause.
Kuzi. Makakwane German.
Oh, but I told him my true facts. I told him my true facts.
That's
I
a
don't
true
quite.
fact,
I don't
bro.
quite.
My true
That's
facts.
a true fact.
I somebody myth you. He true fact you.
Usaende unotaura boys rako boys munhu chandakawana chakati tight aiwa mhandara mnakutotesa bcause chinovhurika kana mukanyatsoita chinobuda mwana mundara chini ichi mundara iwe unozoshamisika neongoloji yako iwe kuti hanzi yazoita sei. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on.
Like,
Let's
you know,
move on.
Ask your question. Ask your question.
Kuzi, I'm
Ask your
gonna shut
question.
you up at this point. Like Kuzi Wakwana.
No, but he's-
Let's move on.
Kuzi has had enough.
Let's
Kuzi
move
has
on.
had enough. He's
I've got a
done.
question though. I've got a question.
To who?
My control to both of you, and then maybe we
Okay.
can close, and
Okay.
then you can tell us when we can close. I've got a
Fair.
question to both of you.
Yeah.
Okay, I have nothing against. I've got a disclaimer before I say this. I have nothing against gay people, so homosexuals.
Mm.
Therefore, whatever statement I'm going to make now is nothing against them. But there's a thing that's common between like a male and a female, and that's anal sex.
Please, do you mind if I put a disclaimer real quick?
Yeah.
This is not neither or. We have no disregard to whatever your sexuality is. We don't care about
Yeah.
that. We just speak
Yeah.
about who we are and
Yeah.
our own personal opinion. So please don't take offense to none of this. It is literally just our opinion. Could you please continue?
What are your thoughts on anal sex?
Whatever tickles your fanny, bro.
exactly, literally, exactly.
My thing on oral sex. Okay, here's my concept, right? Okay, this is when it comes to sexual acts in general, right? Yes, of course, each person needs to draw a line on what they do and what they don't do. But do you know that just the act of just kissing to some people is disgusting? Do you get what I'm saying? Just kissing to some people is just like ew, right? But at the same time, like my theory to it is that when it comes to sexual acts and you are starting to do what you guys are doing, that's between the two of you and what limits you're going to go to. If you all agree, would you want to try anal and it works for you? Great, do that.
I mean, I think I'm.
I've got nothing against anal.
I think I'm here.
I've got nothing. I haven't done it. I don't know much about it, but I just don't think there's a line. There's very few lines that you can cross when you're doing a sexual thing.
Yeah,
It's like
I think I'm in Batsy on this one because I mean I feel like sex is literally a sexual preference, right? So it could be even vaginal or it could be anal. It is what it is, man. If you want to do that,
yeah,
you go do that, man. That's what you like.
How many dudes do you know who don't give head?
Exactly.
How many dudes do you know who say what? I don't.
That is a decent conversation. Like I mean,
Look,
there are a lot of men-
what you individually think about anal sex. You're not telling me that.
Okay, fine.
Okay, fine.
What
do you guys think about anal sex?
Fine. I'm gonna answer you in my own respect. I mean, I always tell you guys personally, I'm always out here trying to give you the honest truth about who I am.
Yeah.
I've tried it. Wasn't my preference. Not gonna lie, I don't want to do it. I don't ever want to do it again. I hate it. That's the dumbest shit I've ever done in my life. I don't ever want to do it again.
Perfect.
Move on.
Perfect. Batsy.
I never done it. I never done it.
Okay, perfect. So I understand you guys don't like and don't support it, and you understand it happens. So there are people that do it. I don't do it too, right? Because I don't understand the logic in it. But then there are people that find that as a pleasure to them. So it's something that I want to put across because of the professionals that I've had a chat about this with. It doesn't mean if you want to try it, it doesn't mean that you're gay. Sometimes it just means that you want to try something else. Some of us are not open-minded to that level.
Which is fine.
Some of us are not. We are not open-minded to that level, right? But some people
I get
are.
where you're trying to take it, but I don't.
Yeah.
Look, that's what I'm saying with you. For me, it doesn't matter. If you're gonna do what you're doing, is between you and your partner. That's up to
Yes.
you.
Fantastic. As long as you
Yeah.
guys are comfortable with that.
Yeah, with
That's what I
other people
wanted to
doing
ask.
their own thing.
That's what I.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because the myth that's here, because we're talking about sexual myths. The myth that's here is that because now we have anal sex in the modern world, people think guys that do anal sex are gay.
There's a
hell
picture
no.
and a catcher, huh? There's a picture
That is
and
a
a catcher.
whole lie. That is a whole lie.
Yeah, maybe a
Chris,
conversation
over
for
to you.
another day.
Over to you, man.
Maybe a
Over to you.
conversation for another
Look,
day.
I mean, look. At the end of the day, I really want to leave a lot of. I would say, like, I want to leave a lot of conversations down in the comments. Like, I feel like as brothers with voices, we are so good at actually talking about things, and then we leave a little bit for you guys down there in the comments. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna end this conversation right now, and I'm literally gonna say that, like, but Kudzi, say your goodbyes, brothers, because I'm about to end this. I'm ending this. I am literally ending this.
Ladies
Abo?
and gentlemen, it's been good. It's been
Thank
good
you.
for this week. But Tuati,
Hey, follow us on Instagram, guys. We need y'all to follow us on Instagram, please, please, please,
Mhm.
please. She got 1,000 plus, my thousands, my likes. So please follow us on Instagram, guys. It'll be so dope. But from us,
YouTube.
Kudzi,
Ooh,
Kudzi, I need your
subscribe.
goodbye,
YouTube.
brother. I need your goodbye,
YouTube.
brother.
YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Subscribe on YouTube and subscribe on YouTube, please.
All right.
Guys, you've heard Kudzi multiple times. We will see you on YouTube then.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for spending your time with us today. We really appreciate it. We still want your feedback. Put your comment below. Inbox us. And hey guys, that's it. Please continue to like our page on Facebook, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and also follow us on Instagram. See you guys next week. Same time, same place. Dino and you, Mike.